Hi, let us have a quick understanding on Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a full-featured computer on a single board. It has a HDMI port and 4 USB port and an Ethernet port along with an audio jack. It provides a SD card slot which can be used as a storage. And we can have a full-fledged operating system like Linux or Windows on top of it. And it has a number of general input-output pins where GPIO can be used to send signals to the system or to receive signal from the system, that is Raspberry Pi. It has a 1 GB RAM. So this is how a Raspberry Pi looks like. It has 4 USB ports and an Ethernet port. It has a HDMI port as well as it is powered by the phone charger, that is micro USB, which has 5 volt output. So I can use any phone charger or a phone bank, and it has an audio jack. It has a slot to put in a micro SD card where I can use that as a hard disk. And this has a 1 GB RAM and it has a very good GPU processor. I can load the Raspberry Pi or any Linux operating system, or Windows has a specific operating system which can be put within the SD card. It has a predefined steps within the Raspberry Pi website. This is a very good example for a device which can be used as a hub in the IoT world. I have already installed the Raspbian operating system within this particular SD card, that is just copy paste into that specific SD card. I'm going to power this Raspberry Pi with a power bank. I do have a 5 volt power bank. I'm going to load this. This has a Wi-Fi adapter. Automatically it will get connected to the Wi-Fi that I have within my network. So I have charged, I have connected the power bank, and this particular system will get started and it will get connected into the Wi-Fi network, and I can access this specific system. This is the static IP address I have configured within the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to use the Putty Client to connect to the Raspberry Pi. So it's first time I am logging in, so it's going to verify the fingerprint signature. I'll say yes. The default user ID is Pi. The default user ID is Pi. I'll provide the password. I'm able to log into the system, and I do have the entire access. So this particular command prompt will help me or facilitate me to do any configuration, and I can use that as an entire full-fledged computer system which is a size of a visiting card, as well as it has a Wi-Fi module. It can get connected and it is powered by just a mobile charger. I can remotely connect using a VNC client. So I can use the VNC viewer. I can provide the IP address and connect. So it's going to ask for the user ID, and since the user ID password already it's stored, so it's connected directly. Now I have connected to the Raspberry Pi, and it has the predefined languages like Python, Scratch, and number of softwares already installed, and it has a browser and any other additional software if I want I can install, and it is connected through the Wi-Fi also. So this is a full-fledged computer system where it has a Wi-Fi adapter as well as a HDMI cable, and I can connect to a keyboard, mouse through the USB. If I want, I can connect through the Ethernet as well, and I'll be in a position to browse the internet also. So we will be using this Raspberry Pi to see a couple of demo on IoT, how to use the node. So there is something called node-RED, where visually I can arrange the nodes, how I can send the sensor data to the cloud. I can connect to a microcontroller called Arduino. This is a quick introduction on Raspberry Pi, what it is, how to power up, how to start that Raspberry Pi with an operating system.